Hey, this is Wes James again, your guitar tutor from Southeast Missouri. I want to share with you today about how to play Glorious Day from Casting Crowns. Casting Crowns is an awesome Christian group, Christian rock group, contemporary rock we call it sometimes. But anyway, they have a lot of good stuff out there, lots of good worship tunes, a lot of good praise tunes, and I like to play some of their stuff. And I just want to show you a little bit of how I play it using the capo. Once again, I am all about the capo because the capo has saved me from a lot of hard work that you don't need to do. And see, playing songs, when you play a lot of songs back to back for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, you need to make them as easy as possible. Now, Casting Crowns plays this song, Glorious Day. They play Glorious Day in the key of B, but they have a capo on the 4th fret, and that gives it the dynamics where they can play it in the key of G, but they're actually played in B because we have a capo on our 4th fret. If we didn't have the capo on the fret, we would have to play down here on the B. But anyway, they play it with the capo on the 4th fret, and they play it, I call it the key of G, with the capo. And the capo saves you a lot of time and trouble in a lot of areas because the capo, you can place this all down the neck of the guitar anywhere you want, and then you're not playing it in B. Then now you're playing it in you can play it in a B flat, or next thing you do, one more down, you can play it in the key of A, or you can play it in the key of A flat, or open, and then it's in the key of G. So the capo can save you a lot of trying to discover how to play a song, when most songs that we do, the worship leaders do, they use a capo, and it helps them to get the dynamics that they're looking for in the song, and they can play any song, anytime, anywhere in the key of G, which I like. So anyway, this did that make any sense at all? It's easy for me to say. This is how Glorious Day goes. I'll show you. It's like this. I'll just do the first verse and the pre-chorus and then the chorus. One time. One day when heaven was filled with His praises, one day when sin was as black as could be, Jesus came forth to be born of a virgin. Men, my example is He. The Word became flesh and the light shined among us. His glory revealed. Living He loved me, dying He saved me, buried He carried my sins far away, rising He justified freely forever. One day He's coming, oh glorious day, oh glorious day. 3, 4. One day they led Him. And see, this song carries those same dynamics. The dynamics is a thread that runs through the song. Most of the time you'll hear the dynamics, and it's a 2-string effort at the top 2 strings. Actually, they are the bottom strings, but we in the music industry with guitar, we call it, these are the top strings. And so they play this song thusly. They play the G, one day when heaven, and there's your C. I call it a C add 9, and then you take away the index finger. Filled with His praises, one day when sin was black as could be. This is just a G with a B bass. Jesus came forth to be born of a virgin, dwelt among men, my example is He. There's your A minor 7th. The Word became flesh, and that's a C natural. Light shined among us, there's a natural E minor. Glory revealed, back to a C. Living He loved me, dying He saved me, there's your D. buried he carried. Now here's the E minor I play for this song. Kind of looks like a spider, but I use these two fingers on my E minor, of course, like I'm supposed to, and then I put my two fingers at the bottom, those bottom two strings right there. So now you may have this sound from the E minor, but I put my two fingers on at the top two strings, and you have that, and it keeps that thread running. Light shined among us, His glory revealed. Living he loved me, dying he saved me. Here's an alternate way to play that D. You can play a D with an F sharp bass, and that gives it a little bit more bassy sound. And that's just simply the D. And I can also put down my finger right here. That will give the D there. Check it out. It goes, Word became flesh and light shined among us, glory revealed. Living he loved me, dying he saved me, buried he carried. Here's your E minor. So I go from a G to the D with an F sharp bass, only because I want to get the bass sound as I'm playing. Buried he carried, my sins far away. And see, that's keeping that thread running through the song, and it has a much smoother sound. Now granted, you have to remember, we're playing this to a mobile telephone, so the sound quality is nowhere near what it would be if you were playing through the amplifier to the audience or to the congregation. So anyway, the next line, what I mean to say is the next verse, one day they led him up Calvary's mountain. There is only one change in that, and in this whole song, the change is right here. All three verses, that I mean to say. It's like this. One day they led him up Calvary's mountain. One day they nailed him to die on a tree. Suffering anguish, despised and rejected, and bearing our sins, my Redeemer is he. The hands that heal nations, stretched out on a tree, took the nails for me, living he loved. So the only difference was I threw a D at the end of that verse, or at the end of the bridge, versus the C that we did the first time. And it's the same way on the third verse and the third pre-chorus bridge, however you want to call it. I call it a pre-chorus, actually. So anyway, the hands that healed nations, stretched out on a tree, he took the nails for me. The next verse is, one day the grave. One day the grave could conceal him no longer. One day the stone rolled away from the door. And then he arose, over death he had conquered. Now he's ascended, my Lord evermore. Death could not hold him, the grave could not keep him from rising again. Living he loved me, dying he saved me, buried he carried my sins far away. Rising he justified, freely forever. One day he's coming, oh glorious day, oh glorious day, oh glorious day. One day the trumpet will sound for his coming. One day the skies with his glories will shine. Wonderful day, my beloved one bringing. My Savior Jesus is mine. Living he loved me, dying he saved me, buried he carried my sins far away. rising he justified freely forever. One day he's come, oh glorious day, oh glorious day, oh glorious day. Except for that one slip up there at the very end. That's how the song goes in its entirety, completely through. I know it's a little bit jumbled, but you can play the song yourself once you've mastered the chords and putting that capo where it goes. You can put the capo anywhere on the neck to suit your voice, your vocal ability. So anyway, this is your guitar tutor from Southeast Missouri, Wes James. Have a good one, and be blessed, my friends.